Good morning. It's Wednesday, June 14th, Flag Day. And today I want to talk about something that may be more important than Flag Day when we look back in history. An event that has taken place in Illinois. An event that should be watched closely by 50 states. And this is happening because of the epidemic or pandemic of book banning that has gone on and around this country. So let me give you some statistics that are mind-boggling about the situation with respect to banning of books, which is an outrageous affront to people. Reducing the quality of education in many places is a disgrace. And I talked about this before, so you know how I feel about book banning. At any rate, let me give you some of those statistics. In March of this year, the Library Association said there were 1,269 demands to censor library books and resources in the year 2022. That's the highest number of attempted book bans since this association began compiling the data more than 20 years ago. Imagine that, 1,269 demands. That's like 4 demands every day. Is that insane or what? And then, on top of that, a record number of 2,571 unique titles were targeted to be censored. And the association noted very carefully that these books were written by or about members of the LGBTQIA community. I don't know what the IA is for. And people of color. Clearly a major form of racial and sexual discrimination that's going on and raging through this country. And in an early report this year, in April sometime, the organization PEN America, which is a free speech organization, found that books that were banned during the first half of the 2022-23 school year were the result of newly enacted state laws. And according to that report, those state laws were found more prevalent in 5 states. Texas, Florida, Missouri, Utah, and South Carolina. So we see that the banning of books is a highly centralized activity that is going on in regions of this country that do not believe in the condition of this country. These are areas in this country that are highly discriminatory and are looking to change the complexion of this nation. And we know that Ron DeSantis in Florida is a lunatic about book banning. And I know that in South Carolina, the senator there, Lindsey Graham, has no problem talking about banning books. So there are regions of this country that are way out of whack. So now, against the backdrop of those horrible statistics, let me tell you what the state of Illinois has done and what the governor of Illinois has done. Illinois has become the first state in the union that has outlawed book bans in schools and public libraries. And the governor of Illinois, Governor Pritzker, readily signed that into law. Governors sent a letter to the textbook publishers urging them to consider the negative impact of book ban, according to the letter. So they're out there talking to the people that publish books to make sure that they will continue to publish these books and not be affected by the racial communities in this country, the antisocial, anti-everything communities in these countries that are against the educational value of all books, not just the opinions of a single parent that can shut down and remove a book from the library or from the school system. How crazy is that? So the governor of Illinois recognized that. And Illinois becomes the first state in the nation to prohibit book ban. And the governor announced that they will continue to challenge and stop the attacks on literature that should be in public schools and libraries. And he claimed rightly so, that book bans are about censorship, marginalizing people, marginalizing ideas and facts. Democracies do not ban books. Regimes ban books. Dictators ban books. But Pritzker, he's a Democrat. And I'm looking at this Democrat standing up like this. And I'm saying, why doesn't this guy have more notice on the national stage? Because obviously he's not afraid to do things that many others probably would shy away from. He said, we refuse to let vitriolic strains of white nationalism course through the country, through our country, to determine whose histories are told and whose are not. This will not happen in Illinois. So Illinois, which is a state that has tremendous problems in their major city, still is standing behind something outstanding, standing up against the factions in this country that are racially motivated, sexually motivated to destroy us. So this law goes into effect on January 1st, and it says that public libraries must adopt the American Library Association's Library Bill of Rights, or a statement comparable to that. And if the libraries are not willing to do that, then they can kiss their state money goodbye. I find it very interesting that the Library Association has a Library Bill of Rights. And that Bill of Rights says that reading materials should not be proscribed or removed because of partisan or doctrinal disapproval, or excluded because of origin, background, or views of those contributing to their creation. So basically, in this Library Bill of Rights, you can write whatever you want, and it should be accepted. Now, if it's not to your liking, you don't have to read it. And if it's really, really offensive, then maybe they will make a notice and say this reading material is offensive. But they're not going to take it off the shelves. They can comment on it, but they shouldn't be taking it off the shelves. So I leave you with that this morning. A terrific idea in the state of Illinois, and I hope these other states that went and wrote the letter to the publishers also take the same action. And I would like to see other independent states take actions on things like this, and not follow the lead of the morons from Florida and Texas, etc. Take care. Have a great day. Bye.